Welcome back to another NHL news and rumor with the hockey coach Guru Cold Frenchy on the great Friday night, August 4th, 2023. We have a big news for you guys. It's coming from the Washington Capitals. It's concerned Tom Wilson got an extension contract with the Caps for a 7-year at $6.5 million per season. The 29 years old was drafted by the Washington Capitals, 16 overall pick. We know Wilson is a unicorn player. He can score, he can bring toughness, he can fight, and we know what he brings with the Washington Capitals the last couple of years. He scored an average of 23 goals in the last 3 seasons with the Washington Capitals. Obviously, last year, he missed most of the season with an injury, but we expect him to come back and be ready for the season 2023-2024 with the Washington Capitals. My biggest concern for him is the longevity of the contract. 7 years, that will bring him approximately at 36 years old. That reminds me exactly what happened with Milan Lucic when he signed a 7-year contract with the Edmonton Oilers. He never been the same player as Lucic, and I feel like it could be the same way with Wilson. But Tom Wilson signed an extension contract of 7 years at $6.5 million AAV per season. One more thing you have to pay attention. The contract is not looking good for the Washington Capitals. What are you talking about? At the end of this contract, year number 5, 6, 7, if ever the Washington Capitals want to buy him out, that will cost them approximately, guys, $13 million for the last 3 seasons of his buyout. $6 million for 2 of the last 3 years of his buyout are going to be applied on the salary cap for the Washington Capitals. This is not a good move, I believe, for the Washington Capitals overall to give an extension of 7 years at Tom Wilson. My second news of the day, guys, about the Pittsburgh Penguins. Very bad news for Kyle Dubas, general manager for the Pens. They announced that Jake Guentzel is going to be out for a minimum of 12 weeks after a surgery at the right ankle. This is really bad news for the Pittsburgh. We know last season they missed the playoff for the first time, and it looked like they're not going to have any other player could fill up his spot at this moment with the Pittsburgh Penguins. The next couple of minutes, we're going to talk about the rumor around the Pittsburgh Penguins. But right now, this is not what you're looking for the beginning of the season, to lose one of your best players play on the first line with Sidney Crosby, Jake Guentzel. We know Guentzel scored 40 goals in 2 years ago, a 36 goal last year with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Remember, he's on his final year contract. He become a UFA. Personally, for Guentzel, it's not what you're looking for to have an injury like he got to start the season 2023-2024 on his final year contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. My next news of the day, guys, about the HLINKA GRETZKY Cup. The final is going to be between Team Canada versus Team Czechia. We know Team Canada beat the Team USA to have this opportunity. We'll be interested in what they're going to do. That gave them an opportunity to get the 23rd medal goal in the last 24 years on this cup. We know Carlton have an amazing, great tournament. He's going to be one of the top 10 draft in 2024. And what about Misa? One of the top maybe 3 of the draft NHL in 2025. I want to finish my news, guys, of the day with the RFA with no contract yet. We talk about guys, Trevor Zegras, Evan Bouchard, Alexis Lafrenière, Morgan Frost, and Shane Pinto. I could add Jimmy Drysdale. Would be interested what's going to happen with them. I would not be surprised the next couple of days a contract will be offered and an extension to Zegras and Bouchard. Now, for Lafrenière, this is really difficult because New York Rangers have difficulties with the salary cap, and Lafrenière is searching at least $3 million per season. Can a team offer a contract to Lafrenière? I'm not sure, but that's something we will definitely follow up the new negotiation between the Rangers and Lafrenière. About Morgan Frost and Pinto, I don't see any problem. This is going to be happening the next 2 or 3 weeks. with the Flyers and, of course, the Ottawa Senator. Finally, let's talking about the NHL rumor. My first rumor of the day, guys, about Erik Karlsson. From Elliot Feldman, it looked like we are close to have a deal between the San Jose Sharks and the Pittsburgh Penguins in the next 48 hours or during the weekend. We know he carried on $11.5 million. That's where the biggest problem with the remaining money they can get the San Jose Sharks. On the flip side, San Jose Sharks are now going to get what they was expect at the beginning to trade Erik Karlsson. Look like it's only the Pittsburgh are looking to get that plus. And Karlsson want to get out of San Jose Sharks. If ever this happenings over the weekend, guys, we're going to give you all the information what happening between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the San Jose Sharks. Finally, my last rumor of the day, guys, is about the Boston Bruins. We know the Boston Bruins, after the departure of Patrice Bergeron, now it look like David Krejci is retired too. The Boston Bruins have only Zaka and Charlie Coy in the middle of the line of the center for the upcoming season. Feel like Boston Bruins are maybe looking to add another center from other team in NHL. Two players I feel the Boston Bruins could looking for are Elias Lindholm and Mark Scheifele. The biggest problem for the Boston Bruins, guys, they don't have a lot of tools to make a trade. The Boston Bruins have no NHL draft pick to trade. Their prospect is not big, and this is the biggest problem right now for the Boston Bruins. Can they find a way to make a big trade to fill up the spot number 1 center? That's it. That's all, guys, for the rumor we got for you guys for today on the August 4. Here we go, guys. This concludes another NHL news, a rumor with the hockey coach guru called Frenchie. But before we leave, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show, and leave us a comments about this video. And of course, we want to remind you, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.